Hi everyone and welcome back to one of our mindful sessions. So today, as you can see, I've got this baking tray full of sand, I've got rocks around me and I've got some string. But for this, I know not everyone is going to have sand, not everyone's going to have everything around them. But the aim of this exercise today is we're going to be creating our dream or a safe haven for ourselves. And you can use sand if it's things that you have, you can use flour, you can use dirt if that's something you feel comfortable with. Or this is something that if you are wanting to do, you can still move along with paper, you can rip things up and make collage, whatever way or whatever expression works for you. So just to start, we kind of move into a meditation. If you've got something in front of you, just start by feeling the texture of what you've got. If you're using pens or paint, just get used to the brush strokes with or without the paint or the colour. But just spend a few moments really allowing your body to come in contact with the material that you're going to be using. You can use one hand, two hands. Just allowing yourself to become familiar, to warm up the material that you're using, but also to warm up your mind. And what you're doing here is every time you're moving with this piece of material, it's becoming more like you, and you're gaining a connection through trust. So really allow yourself to sink in to this being a moving and mindful meditation. And if you want, you can already start to think of feelings and sensations you'd like to have in a safe place. And just think of if these thoughts help transfer it into the material. So we're going to spend a few moments just doing this in our own time. Being brave and daring, as it can be hard to step into something else. It can be strange, it's the unknown. It can seem weird or strange. Play is something that we're not as used to. Sometimes we're used to pen and paper, to writing lists or notes or whatever seems most common or usual to you. But using other art forms can be very, very daunting. And people don't realise that sometimes. And even if you are using pen or paper or something you're so used to, by being present in this moment and by using it in a different way mindfully, you're being very brave. So we're just going to spend a few more seconds gaining the contact with whatever material we're using. And we re-spread that onto whatever surface we're having. And you can either close your eyes and keep moving the material, or do it with your eyes open. Starting to think about what safety means to you. Where you feel safe, where you feel happy, or where you feel whatever emotion you're wanting. And we're really consciously thinking of this emotion, but we're not overly thinking about what we're doing with this material. So you're just following whatever your body naturally wants to do. Just allowing whatever needs to come out, as you think of this idea of safety. And you may be using different levels, different colours, different textures. That's completely okay. Allow yourself to play consciously with that idea instead of what you're going to create. It doesn't matter what comes out, it's the idea that is most important. So we're just going to sit with this in our own time, reminding ourselves of what is safety. And if you're using other materials, you can have stones, rocks, something that can create an idea and you can assign it. You can think of this as something and you can add it to the picture. Same thing happens with wool or different images. You can use pens or scraps of paper as well. And just allow yourself to really involve yourself in this material. Allowing whatever comes naturally, whatever is around you, to be used without much judgment. and what you're creating can change. The first thing you create doesn't need to stay, giving yourself permission to adapt. Just stay with whatever's happening for you without giving it much thought or much judgment. You're allowing the artwork to become unconscious. But you're thinking very consciously about this idea of safety, this emotion that you want to experience when you're feeling safety, or an emotion you'd like to experience right now as we're going through this artwork. Just stay with this for as long as you can, knowing if you do get distracted or you get pulled away, that's completely okay. You can take a break, but try not to look at what you're creating when you're on this break. Either close your eyes or divert your gaze somewhere else and think again of the idea of safety and just allow this art to happen. You can draw images, you can place things, you're allowed to do whatever you need or whatever you feel is right now. And we're just going to spend 1 more minute on this. Just allowing whatever comes to come without as much judgment. Knowing again this idea can change, and that's completely okay. And then whenever you feel that you're ready, you're just going to look at what you've created in front of you. Maybe moving it around a little bit. And just naming in your head or out loud, depending on where you are, what you see. Making it as basic as you can be. And then if you're thinking of shapes or images or places, start thinking about why these might have come out. What anything you've put in represents, or what any of the shapes represent. Then just as we end, I'd like you to take something that represents yourself and place it wherever makes sense in this scene for you. So it can be in one place, or you can put it all over, whatever you need, allowing you to place it in certain places and replace it until you find somewhere that feels right. And just take a moment and look at it and reflect on what this may mean. Knowing again, the answers don't always have to come to you straight away, but you may want to take a picture or annotate or draw something that stands out to you from this scene right now. Something that you can go away and think about, something that may hit you later, or something that you might just leave in the end of this session. And you're going to give one name to this place right now. The first thing that comes to your head without thinking too much. And when you've found that, you're going to mindfully think about how you want to close this scene. How you want to bring it back to a plain canvas. Consciously thinking what you want to remove and how you want to do it. Whether you want to blacken things out, whether you want to gently crumble them, or whether we want to go back again to the contact that we had right at the beginning. As this is where we're going to end, putting ourselves back into the piece of work, knowing that that existence is still there within the material you've used, and it's still there within you, but that it's safe and it's hidden from everyone else. It's a secret place only you know about. And do take your time in closing that session, making sure you feel safe and comfortable to be able to leave it. Thank you so much for joining in today's session, and I hope this really helps.